Hi everybody, this is the Lucky TJ at Livingmetaphysically, and I'm going to talk about the top 5 mistakes that crypto newbies make. So as a crypto newbie myself, I feel as though I'm qualified to at least talk about my own experience. And of course, I am not giving anybody any advice or saying what someone should do or not do. I am just telling you my personal experience and what I've figured out since I started in cryptocurrency in just a few short weeks ago. So this is August the 1st, and everybody pretty much knows that this was the big, not D-Day, but B-Day. It's the B-Day. It was Bitcoin all over people's minds. It's the final time when we're not final, but it's the day when everything is, the big fork is going to happen. It actually happened. And everybody's like was watching it. I listened to it a little bit on today while I was at my job through my headphones. I could just I could hear the person who was uh, like following it, telling me lots of things, explaining what's going on with the um, Bitcoin Cash. So one thing I just want to say real quickly is how I thought it's kind of funny that everybody was calling Bitcoin Cash BCC, and I was trying to figure out like, okay, now how is that going to work? Because we already know that Bitconnect coin was BCC, so you can't have two coins named the same thing. So now apparently Bitcoin Cash is actually BCH, I think. All right, so here it is, Bitcoin Cash. All right, let's just take a peek at it. BCH, and wow, it doubled. Earlier today when I was looking at it, it was around $210, I think. Let me just see. Am I telling the truth? Yeah, because I did look around a little bit. So it's actually up to $378.56. And lots of people have been speculating as to whether or not this is a good buy or if it's something to just ignore or what's going to happen without all the Bitcoin that people currently have. And so for me, I'm not doing anything with Bitcoin Cash. I'm not paying all that much attention to it, meaning that I have my mind on other things for right now. So Bitcoin itself is still, it went up to 28 earlier that I saw, and now it's down a little bit at 2707 and 40. So that's pretty interesting. While I'm on this page, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Presearch because I'm intrigued with Presearch. And Presearch is a search engine that, their idea is that they want to um, have a decentralized search engine to take, so they're going to, try to take on Google because Google actually, because it's so big and it has such a big monopoly, it can actually target certain um, sites, etc., if they want to. So who knows what they're doing. So I kind of am very intrigued with Presearch. Maybe take a peek at that. Right now they are selling, they already sold, they had a strategy where they had a pre-sale. Let's see, I hope it's on here because I didn't really look. Okay, there they are. There it is. They had their pre-sale, they had an early adopter sale, and now they're having their public sales. No, wait a second. Let's look at this. So I can make sure I'm saying the right thing. And yeah, so July 25th, they were selling it for 7.5 cents, and now this third phase is going to be on 1, 2, 3. Well, it's not really a third phase because they had the pre-sale and they had how did they go? Pre-sale, then the early adopter sale. So now that they have the public sale, and that's divided into these phases up here. So I'm excited to use Presearch. Are you? I'm loving the idea. I mean, I love what their their vision is. So hopefully they're successful. I read and some sort of review that said the people weren't, this person reviewing wasn't very um, impressed. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I just really thought that I like their idea to take on Google, because I don't think that any one company should monopolize everything. And like Google, like, when's the last time you used a search engine? Well, actually, someone in my family told me that they use a different search engine because they get rewards, and Presearch is going to reward people as well. So Presearch is going to sell their second lot at 10 cents, and then the third lot at 15 cents, and the fourth lot at 20, and then 25. So anybody who was able to get in for the pre-sale is already going to make money. All right. So what I really wanted to talk about, that I was thinking about, are the top 5 mistakes crypto newbies make. I would say that mistake number 1 is not taking action. And I think that it's a very hard, it's hard to tread on whether to take action when you don't know anything about what to do. Because that's what I felt like. I felt like I didn't know what to do, and I was trepidatious, so I didn't take action right away when I did another video that tracked that I heard about cryptocurrency back in March of this year, and Bitcoin was really it was very inexpensive. Well, not as inexpensive as it used to be, but compared to now, which is 3 times as much, then so it would have been a great time for me to have taken more action, and maybe taken it more seriously, that the universe was actually bringing something to me for to help me to actually prosper. But I didn't think about it. I had this notion of, oh well, and now I have a better idea. And of course, hindsight is 2020. But I can tell you definitely that taking action in anything is always going to be key. It's essential. So mistake number 1, not taking action. All right. Soon enough. Might even put that on there. Mistake number 2 that crypto newbies make is investing too little when they actually have the budget. So everybody has a different budget to be able to play around with when you're investing. Like, you're not taking the money that you need for your essentials, your survival needs, etc., and probably not even on the next level. But people who have money apparently for investing seem as though they, well, let me talk about newbies. Sometimes a newbie may be like me, so this is my story, in so much that I had a smallish amount of money, like I had a couple of thousand, and I knew that I wanted to take baby steps, and I invested small increments of money. So, but small increments of money, let's say if a program's minimum amount is $10, and you invest $10, you're getting a percentage. If it's 1% or whatever the percentage is, you're still not getting very much. Even when you invest $100, you're still not going to get very much. So if there's a way and you have the budget to invest $1,000, and then you're going to get that, you're going to grow your money faster. So faster to get your returns to get your original investment back is a great way to think. So I am noticing. So investing too little. Mistake number 2 is investing too little when they have the budget. If you don't have the budget, then it's a moot point, because you don't have to worry, because you really don't. It's not going to matter. You can invest at the level that you feel comfortable with, and you're going to do that anyway. But I'm just noticing that in the short time that I've been doing any crypto investing, getting into any program, as I'm looking at what other people have done or how they're making money, and I'm analyzing what I did and how I started, what amounts, and what I'm seeing a payoff of, I was comfortable knowing that incrementally, week by week, month by month, like in a year, I was going to be able to be comfortable should everything go as planned, which probably it will. But there's no guarantee, of course. But all I'm saying is that I can clearly see that um, I could have invested more at the time and I'd be further ahead today. Number three of the top 5 mistakes crypto newbies make: no strategy. Okay, so having a plan, having a strategy for any business, any endeavor, for any uh, partaking of a money making opportunity, it seems like a no brainer, but I can honestly say that if a person has some sort of strategy or a well thought out strategy, that's going to make a difference. So I think that sometimes it's kind of like, I know with me, I didn't have a real strategy. I kind of had in the back of my mind that I would, just invest a little bit and then I'd see what it was about. And then I'd learn as much as I could by using the resources available, videos, seeing what people were doing out here, who was making money. Like, did I trust what they were saying? Did I trust websites? Did I trust what I'm reading on, because, you have to discern like all this information. But most definitely it occurs to me and it occurred to me a little about more than a month ago that having a strategy, because I heard people in the videos talking about the strategy that they had, and then I started seeking video, people who were making money, being successful. I was seeking some of the videos that they had where they mentioned some of their strategy. So having a strategy is really important. Okay, the fourth of the top 5 mistakes crypto newbies make is I want to write a little note here because I want to talk about one bonus, because I just thought of it. But the fourth one is panic selling instead of patient holding. So the market has a lot of volatility, and I think we all know that. And so there are different reasons why the market fluctuates. And I don't know all the reasons, but I've experienced just a few. So I'll just say that what I've experienced is that there could be some tweets or articles or any suggestion that catches fire, and then people think that they need to sell the coins that they have. It doesn't matter what coin it is, but when it's Bitcoin, it's like Bitcoin right now. A lot of people compare it to being like gold. It's like you're not understanding the real value until after the fact, after you have it, and then let it go. Or at least that's been my experience. As I have seen myself have some Bitcoin, and then I was busy spending it, I'm thinking, I'm spending it, and other people are getting my Bitcoin, but I'm also retaining very little. But I also have a plan because I'm in some programs that pay in Bitcoin. So I can see that as the months go by, I'll be having more Bitcoin, but in a way, but also have to understand that Bitcoin's prices are going up. And I'm not knowing whether or not they're going to go back down as they did, what's it been, 4 weeks ago? So I experienced that when Bitcoin took that crash several Fridays ago. I think it's been 4 Fridays ago or so. It crashed down to around what was it, like 1800 and something. Then I felt like, oh my God, I'm losing. I could see my wallet and I was losing money. But I had some reasons why. One of the reasons is because I had purchased, no, I had purchased some Bitcoins in order for me to be in a program, and I hadn't paid, and I was seeing the money like go down. I was like, oh my God, I won't have the amount that I even needed to pay to be in this program, and then it was sort of a pressure I felt because of the time frame. And now, actually, to be honest, that time frame, I'm not 100% certain it really needed to be met on that day. probably could have waited the 3 days or 3 or 4 days when Bitcoin actually went back up, and I could have had my money. And because I would say I lost about 200, between $200 and $300 just by, not patiently holding, So that to me is the fourth mistake. Now, the fifth mistake, and these aren't in any order, these are just in an order that came to me, is not understanding the time needed for exchanges to get the money to fund the wallet for a purchase. So let's just say that I don't have any as a newbie, I don't have any Bitcoin stored up. It's because a lot of people have been buying Bitcoin and holding Bitcoin or in programs. Let's just say if a person's been in a program since the beginning of the year, then they have a lot of advantages. They bought Bitcoin when it was low. It's really high now, comparatively speaking. It's probably going to get higher, where then we'll look back and say, well, this is low. But when it got down to 1800, I didn't have any money in Coinbase for me to even buy anything, and then they have a cap on how much I could get for my credit card per week. So I didn't understand any of that, and it was really I felt like it was kind of a mess, because if I bought with using my bank, I was going to have to wait 7 days, and I had to wait 7 days for that transaction to go from my bank into Coinbase, about a couple of weeks before then, or like maybe a week or 2 weeks before then, and that cost me money. So not understanding how exchanges work for my fiat to fund the wallet so that I can actually purchase when low happens. That was another thing that really I felt like I wish I'd known. So I'm going to make this video kind of short, but I have two bonus things. Bonus mistake. So that's really number 6, but hey, we'll just say bonus mistake. Number 1 is thinking small, not seeing the whole picture soon enough or long term enough. So, cryptocurrency, and it probably applies to regular stock market, but this is a long-term investment that, yes, it has incremental sums, and yeah, you can have a strategy of investing more so you get your initial investment sooner and all that. But definitely a person has to see the whole picture and then allow themselves to not think small. I guess that relates back to the other ones, but I have noticed that thinking small can be a habit or a pattern or a consciousness that some people have. And definitely it can be limiting one's potential. So I'm just going to say that. And then the last thing that I thought of as a bonus is perhaps getting into too many programs, or not thoroughly investigating programs that and finding out like what is paying the most and what has the best reputation, and what's out there that possibly could be a scam, but really doing due diligence, and definitely just making sure that not to spread. Well, I think that a person has to diversify. It isn't that, but I think that it is very tempting to get into a lot of programs and then worrying about is it a scam or something like that. So these are some ideas that came to me, and I wanted to make a little video just to share my personal experience. And my motto is question everything. Go within yourself, and ask yourself, how did you start to believe what you believe? And actually, as as you do that, as I've done that, that's gives me, and it'll give you information as to how to not make mistakes, or how to not make them again, or how to live from being guided from the true spirit within. So question everything. See how did you get to the beliefs that you believe in, and see whether or not some of those beliefs. Because I can see that if a person has a scarcity belief, then that's why they may not take action. They make excuses. Oh, I can't. You know, like I saw one. I actually there's a guy in one of the groups I'm in, and I was asking him. He was touting his, like, you know, he was in a group on Facebook, and he was putting his link all over the place, you know, for something else, some other business that he was doing. And so I just thought, well, he's somebody who's spamming, so maybe I'll just ask him if he's interested in Bitconnect. And he wrote back to me very fast and said, I don't have time, you know, to get into, I can only be in one program at a time. And I respected that a person can only be in one program at a time. But I also want to hear the message underneath the music, like they used to say in one of the transformational programs that I was in. It's almost as though I wasn't sure that he even checked out the video so that he could even have an educated idea about what he was saying no to. And you know, for him to say that he could only be in one program at a time, I wasn't sure, like, what did he really mean? Because it seemed to me that the program that he was in, yeah, it would take up a lot of time, because he was like trying, it appeared to me that he was trying to, like it was a network, it was more like network marketing, that type of an opportunity, because of the products that they were, that program, when I looked at it, it had some products and stuff versus well, he might not have been able to be into cryptocurrency anyway. You never know. But cryptocurrency, the product isn't some sort of physical product like beauty supplies or like stuff you got to mail. You know, it isn't. You know, it's all about coin. And so investing in a program where the bot is trading, that's completely different. You know, so that's something that a person has to think about. Like, what is the investment that I'm investing in? How much of my time and energy, you know, do I have to worry about, like, oh, I can't be successful unless, you know, I try to physically talk to each person or go to my warm market. So anyway, that was what I thought about what he said. So, and I think that that's part of kind of thinking, it struck me, I'm not trying to judge him, but it struck me as part of a limited kind of consciousness, a scarcity consciousness, thinking kind of small. In fact, not even being necessarily, I don't know, maybe he did check it out, but maybe he didn't, because it kind of seemed like it was a pat, because he answered kind of quickly, you know. Uh, so I just support you to check in with the invisible part of yourself, so that that spirit can guide you as to what to do in everything you do, not just cryptocurrency, but in anything. And I am going to stop the video. May you be successful and abundant in everything. And peace out.